G'day everyone. We've just watched episode 9 of US Survivor season 50. It is 9. I looked it up.
I took
Made sure to
I took
remember
note of it when I was
episode
watching it. When it said it up the top on Stan, I was like, "Oh, episode 9. Got to remember that."
Which really means there isn't that many more to go. There's still so many people.
Yeah,
But we only had one person out tonight, and it was Christian. I didn't know who was going.
I thought it would be Christian.
I thought it was going to be Emily.
Yeah, I thought it might have been Emily too.
No.
But maybe they were just.
It looked like I actually kind of liked this episode that they showed us basically the thought process of people and some people trying to get it onto someone else. But I knew that they didn't have the numbers for Emily, so I knew that wasn't going to happen. But this episode solidified for me again. Whew, Sari is a powerhouse, and they need to be watching for her.
When she was talking about her alliances, I was like, "Oh, so you have an alliance with everyone? Okay, you're never leaving."
And I love that whole thing with the rice. How Emily's trying to tell her how much water to put in the rice. She says, "I've been making rice since you were just a little twinkle." Okay.
Well, we didn't actually hear Emily say anything about the water at all, even though that's what Sari said to camera.
Yeah.
What we heard was, "Is it too much rice?" Which she later said was also about the water, but maybe it was just cut.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I'm not going to play emotionally. I'm not an emotional player, but do not mess with the rice. Do not test me on this one.
It's a pretty upsetting episode for Christian, though. Jeez, poor guy.
Yeah, he sort of. I had a bit of a feeling about him the last few weeks. I'm like, oh, I think he's got it coming.
If he'd just laid low, everything would have been fine.
Well, he did lay low last time. He didn't say a thing about what Rick was doing.
No, my point is that it was his suggestion that they should possibly go Ozzy or Jonathan.
That's
got
true.
the target onto him.
You know what? One of the things I found the weirdest about this whole episode was that he went to Sari and suggested Ozzy, and
Ozzy or Jonathan. No, that's who she did, because she said
there was a second
Ozzy.
person. It was Emily, right?
No, he said he's saying he who must not be named,
Yes.
and he's referring to Ozzy when he says that.
Yeah,
and the other one was Jonathan.
He's suggesting Ozzy. Yeah.
And Jonathan.
Oh, is Katie cutting out for me?
No, she's back.
She's back. Oh, sad face. Didn't someone else also suggest Ozzy to Sari?
Yes, but
Emily.
that was later on. That was Emily.
Yeah, Emily. Sorry. Just to get to my point. So is it really not that clear that Ozzy is allied with Sari, or do they just think that she's willing to cut him? Because two people went to her and suggested Ozzy, and the reason why I found it especially confusing is that later on at Tribal, Ozzy says, "Oh, and someone in my alliance," as someone in my alliance said earlier, referring specifically to what Sari had just said. Obviously Tribal Council is a lot longer, so it's maybe doesn't stand out as much, but it sounds like he's being pretty plain about the fact that Sari's in his alliance. So why are two people going to Sari suggesting Ozzy?
Because
It is
they're
a
also
mystery.
in her alliance. She has an alliance with everyone.
Yeah,
They don't know what number they are.
They need to watch out. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I keep saying. It's like she is playing very well.
They know she's good. They just don't know what to do about it. But yeah, so clearly people don't know how high in her thoughts or her plans that he is.
Ozzy and Rizzo, they've got no idea. Clearly, they have no idea about this three-way alliance.
Yeah. But that was their plan to kind of keep it.
Because it's the second time. This is the second week in a row when somebody's come to Sari and said Ozzy's name. And we've seen her, and then afterwards, I need to stop this from happening.
They keep going after my allies.
I did also love when she was telling Ozzy what happened, and she's like, "Don't make that face. Don't make."
She did the same thing to Jonathan. Don't do the tongue in the mouth thing. Don't do it.
I was going to say that was my favorite bit. Well, one of my favorite bits as well, because it just shows she's used to reading people's cues.
Yeah, she's really in control here.
Do not do that thing you do, which I'm going to call out right now.
Yeah.
Like, I can read you. Do not do that. And Ozzy's going.
Yeah, what am I supposed? This is my face. How do I do it?
Oh, that's right. She's do not do that smile.
Yeah.
She's very good.
But this was the episode where Jeff got a taste of what it's like to do a challenge, and he struggled big time.
I liked this bit. This was great.
And I
Really
loved when
reflecting
everybody
on
was
him.
commentating and taking the piss out of him.
Yeah.
He had a big grin on his face.
I think he enjoyed it.
Oh, for sure he enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought, other challenges maybe I won't do as well on, but this one I could do.
It's like, oh wait, no, this is way harder than I thought it was going to be.
What kind of body weight was he using? Because obviously he hasn't come to the island and lost weight. He's not been starving himself.
Oh, yeah, well, that gets even more of an advantage for him, right? Kind of like they
Yeah.
were saying.
But he's only a little guy, isn't he? He's not tall.
I mean, he's not young. I think he's probably pretty fit. I would
I
guess.
reckon you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't reckon he's sort of just.
No, I just
wasting away.
mean he's vertically. He's not a very tall guy, is he?
No, yeah, he's just sort of normal. I think he's not tall, not short. It's interesting because this one, most of the ones where they do it relative to starting body weight, the big guys aren't good at, but they were good at the end. And as I pointed out, Joe was good in his season on that challenge as well. So it obviously.
He also was holding it with one hand at times, which was just insane considering
It's
how
like,
much everybody else
Nick,
was
you're showing
struggling.
off
He's just like,
now.
I got all day. Yeah, like come on.
And it doesn't matter how much you want it or how strong you are. If you just get enough sweat on your hands, like you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw so
Even if
many
you're
times.
psycho.
Even with Jeff, when he's like holding on as tight as he can, and you can still see it turning, and it's like,
Yeah.
man, hold on, will you?
I did
He's
love
like-
that when he was like, Audrey, how are you doing that? I'm a psycho.
Aubrey.
Was she-
You've watched too much Twin Peaks.
Yeah, Aubrey.
Yeah. Imagine
Yeah.
Audrey on it though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Little bit of Survivor history that anybody who knows Survivor will know, but you two won't. There was a thing in Charlie's season. Charlie, who got voted off, the one who was after Rizzo. He
Oh yeah.
he did a lot of people do prep before Survivor, but his prep was he was like, I've seen a bunch of Survivor challenges, and one of the key things I reckon that I could get better at that counts is hand strength. He
my
decided for months beforehand that he was going to get good at hand strength because lots of them need you to hang on to stuff, and he got really good at it. And one of the challenges he won that didn't look like it possibly should have been him. It might have even been this challenge. I can't remember. Yeah, that's how we got through. So when they were setting up this season, I'm sure they were hoping to flash back to Charlie previously
bad, eh?
on in this challenge, but it didn't happen.
And I enjoyed all the flashbacks of Jeff giving people shit about how pathetic they were.
Yeah.
God,
He's not
brutal.
normally like that. I mean, a lot of those were from earlier seasons where,
Yeah.
it was a bit more like that.
He said, my nephew could do better than that.
Yeah, the one bouncing off the net. Yeah. He sort of, I don't know, about 30 or so, he started getting a lot nicer, I guess.
In his old
Not that he
age,
was
yeah.
particularly mean in the first ones. It's not really
I don't
his
know.
job.
Calling people pathetic is
He
pretty
just had
mean.
he had his moment. That was
Yeah,
it was a
pathetic
weird
was a
thing
bit
to
harsh.
do back to, but it was fun. I'd sort of forgotten about most of those. Yeah, it
I
was a
like
lot
that.
of fun. They're poking fun at him.
Yeah, I liked that it gave them an opportunity to do that flashback. It was fun.
And they're like, get him to laugh, and they did get him to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says afterwards, okay, I have a newfound respect for you guys, and I'm not going to be like giving you guys shit anymore
No
until
more
next
trash
time.
talk. Yeah. Until next season, at
Yeah.
least. Yeah.
Did you see them start panicking when he got the knife out on the rice?
Yeah.
Like
They're
those scenes.
They're like, no, we don't need to do that.
I know you're just playing games, probably, but even still, don't do it. Can you just move that knife away from the rice?
Yeah.
We don't want
Well,
any
especially because
accidents.
they haven't had any rice yet, have they? Because they
No, they
had
haven't.
to earn rice.
I don't think they deserve it,
which
really.
is different than Australia. Yeah.
Yeah.
up until season 40, they used to get rice, but then when they went from 33 or days or whatever it was, 39 days to 23 or whatever it is now, they stopped giving them rice to make it harder in a shorter period.
So, Michael, is it confirmed that it's 13 episodes? Because surely
No,
they can't.
It's not confirmed.
And they must be doing
normally
more.
they're 13.
How are they going to get rid of all these people before the final episode?
I'll do some googling.
I'm trying to, but I'm also trying to make it so that you can't hear me typing.
Yeah, same. Does it actually say Wednesday, 20th of May? Yeah. So what's that? Like 4 episodes? One,
It says 13 episodes.
Yeah. It must be a real slaughter. One thing I do know that I told Ben at lunch on Wednesday that you might not have heard is that it's a 2-hour episode next week.
The Mr. Beast one. I said it was the Mr. Beast one. Yep.
Mr. Beast one, yeah. With the Super Beware or whatever they called it.
Yeah.
Ultra Beware? What was it?
It's weird.
I've mentioned this before. I've never understood the appeal of Mr. Beast.
Okay.
I've never watched any of his
So
stuff.
I'm not particularly looking forward to this next episode. Hopefully it's
And
good
it's
still.
2 hours long. What a shame, Ben.
I don't think you're alone there. Like, there's a lot of fans sort of worried that, we're here to watch Survivor, not to watch him. So please don't take over the whole episode.
So do you think it's 2 hours just because of him, or 2 hours because of what's going to happen?
There'll
think-
be more people go.
Yeah, I think there's going to be more than one person going for sure.
What are we down to? Is it 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 10, is it? Oh, okay.
I thought
It's
we
a
were
little
at
bit lower
7,
than I
so
thought.
there you go.
I don't even have the wiki open anymore because I'm not good with
no,
the
I do.
names.
Yeah, I know the names too. Now that I remember Joe.
Oh, that's right, that Joe guy.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah.
Thing is, he won immunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still forget him.
The Christian ended up going because he, put his hand up for the journey.
Yep.
Although I think he partly did that because he knew he was on the out. Like that, we had that awkward scene
Yeah.
with him on the beach and the 4 people who were not
Yeah.
happy with him.
And they're like, okay, well, I'm going to get water. Does anybody? And they were like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
Waiting for him to leave. All
promising to
right,
give
I'll go then.
Jonathan his shot in the dark as well, to win back his trust. And Jonathan's like, yes, please give it to me.
I guess they weren't ever really that worried because they wanted to go on Rick Devens anyway.
Yeah.
There was no sort of talk at the end or anything about... Actually, did they even show the bit? I don't think they did the bit where it's like if you've got an idol, play it now.
No,
Did
they
do that?
definitely did. They
Oh,
did.
they
They did, he didn't.
And everybody was looking at Rick
Just
and
sat
he
there
just
in
did
silence.
nothing.
Looked at my phone or something. Okay. Were they shocked that he was not? Or were they
No.
just like, yeah, that'd be right?
They were just like, here we
Rick
go, he's
Devens,
holding on to
done He's done a Rizzo.
So the only one who knows still is Emily, and obviously Christian knows that it's not a real idol, but he's gone now, so it's only Emily. And I'm surprised that Emily has managed to keep her mouth shut about this.
Yeah, 'cause she doesn't normally, right?
Yeah, she
she's a
normally
big
tells everyone
jabber.
everything.
I did enjoy the
Yeah.
moment where, was it Rick, I think? I think it was Rick, not Christian, told Emily about the fact that they had planted it before. Yeah, it was Rick. And Emily just sort of giggling at it, basically. Like, oh, that's amazing.
I also really loved when Aubrey was sitting next to the hammock with Jonathan and just her head was popping over.
Yeah, Christian style.
She was just on a little windowsill popping in.
He spends a lot of time on that hammock, but there was a later scene when he sort of goes to Suri, and Suri's in the hammock, and even Jonathan, who lost the hammock, bow down to Suri.
Yeah. I'm very worried for when people figure out Suri and be like, we need to get rid of her. She's.
When you say they know. It's
I just
no
don't get
secret.
why they're
I
not
don't
coming
know what you
after her.
mean, like, they know.
I don't understand it. She's so good. She is basically running this show right now.
How do you get her, though? Everyone thinks they're in with her. Who do you go to say, I'm trying to mount something against Suri?
Definitely not Suri if you're Emily.
I have also heard it said that,
No one knows, like Stephanie?
Oh, I thought we lost Katie then. Sorry, you go, Katie.
I did for a second. I left. What was I saying?
Don't bet Jonathan.
Oh, I was saying that Jonathan, Stephanie, if that's her name, and Joe still don't know that Sari was the mastermind, but between
they've got no
behind
idea.
Coach going.
Coach and Chrissy, yeah.
Like they thought that was all Christian, right? Because they got shitty at him.
I did think.
Oh yeah. Okay. That was something else that Jonathan kept saying throughout the episode was how Christian backstabbed him.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you're still here, mate. How did he backstab you?
Yeah.
It's like, get over yourself.
You mean he told a fib? Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it really is. It's like, this is Survivor, you moron.
Like. Those, yeah. Joe, Jonathan, yeah, a few of those other older players who they're disappearing a bit now. Oh, how did you like Coach's entrance and turnaround, Katie? Where he did
I think I looked away.
I don't think I was watching it, but I think I looked
he was so
pleased
well. With his suit
outfit,
and, yeah, he did like a 360
notice.
before.
I actually forgot they were even there until like Tribal was nearly over. Then they showed a shot, and I'm like, "That's right, they're there," because they didn't actually show them much.
Well, if you didn't see him come in, then I guess you didn't know. Yeah.
I heard that they were coming in, and then I think I was crocheting while I was watching it, so I just tuned out for a second while they were walking in.
Can't believe you,
Nobody
Katie.
was talking, so why would I be watching?
There were several. There were 2 or 3 moments in this episode that I laughed out loud. I wish I'd remembered what they were. There was definitely one of them was a Christian one. One was during the challenge with Jeff. I forget what people said exactly. But, yeah, there were some good ones.
Was Christian with his now vendetta against Jimmy Fallon?
No, it wasn't that. But you can bet he's going to be on as a guest.
Oh, what about when Christian was talking about how pissed he was, and Jeff is like, "Oh, you know, this is very serious, right? You're like telling a really funny story," and he says, "Oh, I am pissed," and Jeff is just like, "Uh huh."
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was funny.
I know another bit that was good. It was when, how did you like in our Tiffany moment, or one of the Tiffany moments of the episode, Ben, seeing as you're a fan, how when Jeff bowed out of that challenge and like they're all kind of cheering in their own way, and she's still holding onto the thing, but she's sort of like dancing at the same time.
She did a little dance. I was like, that's impressive.
Yeah, I really like Tiffany so much. Please don't get kicked off, Tiffany.
Yeah, like episode 1 or 2, I thought they barely showed her. Like, this doesn't bode well for her, and she seemed to not be friends with sort of anyone, but she's done well.
Yeah, I've been happy this episode because the last couple of episodes, a lot of people are putting her name out there, but now no one seems to be talking about her, which is really great. Good job, Tiffany.
Yeah, did she end up voting for Emily or not? I don't think anyone did vote for Emily, did they? Tiffany? No, she went Christian. Yeah. Ozzy looked a bit worried there for a little while when he got a couple of votes.
It was between him and Christian, right? No, it was
the order of the votes was very interesting.
And Rick. Yeah, like they were all over it with that Christian Rick alliance, and you know, Emily's another one, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say earlier. I did see something during the week where, you know, you can never be 100% sure that these things are true, but apparently Chrissy had said that they were never going to get, or the plan at least wasn't to get Rick out last week. So whether or not he swayed any votes at all, it was her belief, at least what she has said, that it wouldn't have been him that went out last week if he hadn't done the thing with the idol.
Oh, so you think that they just did the edit to make it more interesting?
Probably. Yeah,
but you can never be 100% sure. Edit that they were after him.
So these, you know, middle people, they're in a fair bit of trouble. And from the preview that maybe Katie didn't watch, Rick's ready to
throw a grenade. Yep. Yeah, I think it was Rick and Emily were saying, yeah, let's do this. We're going to cause chaos now. They need to. They need to do something because they're on the way out. Yeah.
I think Emily could survive a bit longer though. The thing with Emily, even though people hate that she's sort of wishy-washy, like there is a chance that she will change her mind. Like you can use her. She's not like a Joe that, puts his foot down and is just unworkable.
These are my morals and I'm never going against them or something. Yeah.
Is loyal to the firehouse, if you will.
No, we don't speak of the firehouse anymore, Katie.
Sorry.
Another interesting moment was Aubrey going to Jonathan when she was talking to him in the hammock, and she was sort of saying, yeah, look, I don't want to be with, 4 nerds at the end. Oh, that's interesting, actually, given that Christian ended up
That's
going
right. She
out.
was trying to distance herself from Rick.
So
that's right.
Who did
She's like,
Aubrey
I was
end
on
up
the same
voting for?
season as him.
Yeah.
Aubrey voted Christian as well. Yeah. And she was sort of saying, yeah, I want to play with people who are different than me, which is like exactly what Jonathan needed to hear in that moment because, he felt really on the outs after they lost 2 of their allies from a majority, basically, last week. That seemed like it could turn into something, maybe.
I didn't really
They
feel
kind
like
of
he was
both
listening
need.
or paying attention to her. But that was just me.
You don't?
That's just the fire-by guy. That's just the fire-by guy. He was just like listening.
Oh,
but not
okay.
really
Yeah, I think he was just
humoring her.
humoring her. That's it. Thank you.
I think they both need each other.
I think she had good points about why she was talking to him on her suggestion, but I just did not get the vibe that he was paying any attention.
Okay.
Well,
I could be wrong.
I kind of want Joe and Jonathan to go because they're just annoying at this point. It's just like, oh God, take your holier than thou attitude and will you fuck off? I just don't like it. It's one of the things I didn't like about bloody Coach. It's just like, oh, you say all of these things that other people shouldn't do, but then you go and do them yourself. So
yeah, I don't know that you could. Yeah, if you saw Joe's season, he wasn't I'll go do it myself kind of guy. He just wanted to stick with his people the whole way through. Although he's trying, he thought it was a lot of gross that he could, be seething on the inside and not let it out. Just looking down the list of names, I think there were most of the things that I remember about the different people from the episode.
Yeah, I don't think there was much else.
So this was really an endurance challenge, not really a strength challenge, but it did end up being a strength challenge.
Oh, yeah, both. Oh, yeah, definitely strength. Do you reckon you could have done a better job? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just think it wasn't a very interesting challenge.
Oh, okay.
I would have liked to have seen Jeff do the balancing thing, with the smaller and smaller things on the sides. That would have been like, no, mate, let's see you really tortured now, okay? this hand thing, yeah, whatever, okay?
He might be really good though at balancing and all that stuff. Also, he probably wanted to give them a chance to win the race.
No, he said he was really trying. I think
he was really trying, but I didn't think he was going to win it at any point.
No, neither did I. Because pretty much straight away he's like, oh, this is harder than it looks.
Yeah.
That's another bit I laughed at when Suri sort of yelled out, "You're safe tonight, Jeff." Almost like we've got your back, or we're not voting you. There were lots of funny bits in that, actually.
Yeah, I enjoyed that and him participating instead of just trash talking, if you will.
All right. So, yeah, not many left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, at 10, do we... I mean, I've kind of avoided trying to pick a winner at the moment because it just seems like there's stuff going everywhere.
I couldn't pick.
3 is doing very well, but she also has a very bad habit of going out at like 4 or 5. She's not good in immunities, doesn't win them, and she's lost at fire at Final Four before. She's not
More than
particularly good at
once.
making fire. Yeah.
So people want her
And-
around to help them get through, and then once they don't need her anymore, they just...
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That maybe people are trying not to knock her out because they feel like they don't have to.
She'll do it herself, huh? Okay.
I reckon that as much as Rizzo loves playing with her and everything, he also loves talking about himself as being someone who could be a big name with the other big names, and I reckon he would totally love to get her out.
Yeah.
That's one way to stab Suri in the back. After all that trust, they've worked so well together.
What's trust got to do with it? You heard Elbury say.
I would like one of the
Oh, Emily, sorry.
Cerise Wizard of Oz's to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also just
I
had to
would
remember,
too.
I was going through my head, not listening
Yeah.
to you guys, trying to remember what that thing was called.
Is there anyone you don't want to win?
Yes. But for a reason that I haven't told you yet. And I was kind of been avoiding telling you.
I don't want Jonathan or Joe to win.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind Stephanie winning. I like Stephanie.
Okay. What do you like about Stephanie?
I like her personality. Basically. That's usually what makes me like people. It's just like,
Oh, good.
I like this person's personality.
Stephanie's the one I wasn't going to tell you about.
Oh, okay. Okay, so tell me, Michael.
No,
I want to hear
I'm
this
not gonna,
now.
I'm not
Michael
going to tell
doesn't
you
like
about
her
it.
hair.
And I can trust that you will not be bothered to do any of your own research.
Definitely won't be.
No,
Yep.
I'm intrigued.
Maybe I just do like a quick Google
No, you're allowed to
search.
like her. It's fine. It's fine.
I have no opinion on her.
Yeah, I've probably mentioned it before, but she was the one who, in one of those years, like her whole tribe got decimated, and then went down to like a challenge, and she was the only person left on her tribe. Like they didn't merge the tribes; they just kept whittling them down until she was the only person left because they
Wow.
kept losing.
Wow.
And isn't she like a challenge powerhouse?
Yeah. Well, she definitely was in her heyday. Yeah,
She
Before
seems
her
like she still
dislocated
might
shoulder.
be.
could be.
Yeah, except for the whole shoulder thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, as you're doing this.
Yeah, and that's my shoulder that is bad.
Ben's had a really tough Survivor challenge this week.
Yeah, I
So-
nearly put my shoulder out watching the episode.
We know Cerie's doing really well, and if she gets to the end, people probably will vote for her. If she gets there. Putting Cerie aside, who do you think might win? I don't actually have an answer myself without thinking about it.
I don't know who I think would win, only who I want to win. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm really not sure at this stage because there've been times
There's
where
too many
I've
big boys.
thought, there's too many times where I thought Emily is definitely gone, but somehow she turns it around.
Yeah, I don't know if she'll sort of have enough respect at the moment. Not
Well,
that
that's
people have hated it, but there's a few people on the jury who were sort of like, yeah, don't tell fibs almost, which is a bit sad.
I mean, if Joe keeps winning immunity challenges, then obviously he's going to make it pretty far.
In his season, he got down to the final three, and I think he didn't get a vote. Like he did very well all season. He either got no votes or one vote at the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awkward.
I don't know who left.
What
I
happened?
reckon. I know you said you would like it if Aussie was like one of the potential ones. I just don't think he's got enough. I don't think he's good enough at the strategic part of the game for that to happen.
Oh no, he's very dumb.
Rizzo could.
That bit in the last episode where he's like, I nearly made a huge mistake.
Yeah.
I do like it. I'm really enjoying having you on. I don't think Rick will.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
Jonathan.
love Rick.
same.
Talk about
I-
someone you don't want to win.
I like he's joking.
I like his like, yeah, I like him joke. He brings like lightheartedness to it. But do I want him to win?
Do you like that he riles up Joe?
I love that rivalry between Joe and Rick, and it's the
don't
only
even
thing
remember.
making me.
I was
not hate
I was
Joe.
hoping you were going to say who's Joe.
Oh, sorry, who's Joe? No, I know who Joe. I know who they all are now.
Emily.
It helps when they all get
I don't
voted
know.
off.
I don't have a very good feel for it, actually. Who's going to do well? There's a few
reckon-
people in there who a few weeks ago I would have said, no, I don't think. Like, there's a lot of people I said, oh, no, I don't think they'll win, including Tiffany, Aubrey.
Oh, I forgot about
Ozzy.
Tiffany. God, I'd love Tiffany to win. I would love it so much if Tiffany
How
won.
did you
I don't
forget
think
about your
Stephanie
favorite
would win
person?
I know. I was too busy focusing on Sari and her triad. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Tiffany. Please forgive me. Because I know you're watching this.
right now. Yeah, just devastated in you.
Good. All right. Well, next week, big episode, 2 hours. I know you're excited about, Jimmy from Mr. Beast.
Oh, Mr. Beast. I don't know him by Jimmy. Could have been talking about
Don't know
anybody.
his real name.
I think it'll be okay.
James?
I forget what I heard, but I think I heard somewhere that they said, it's not like it sort of totally dominates the episode. Like, because in the episode that, in the last Beast Games, I think I said another time, they basically took 10 of the people and they did like 3 survivor challenges. Like, it took up a major part of one episode.
Wow.
And I think I heard somewhere, it might have even been from Mr. Beast, saying, oh yeah, the reverse wasn't true. It's not like they... I get the impression it's just sort of one twist. This super beware or whatever advantage or whatever it is.
I think you're right that I think the reason the episode's long is because they're going to get rid of a few people.
Yeah.
What do we think that super beware or whatever it was could be? Because I'm aware that Katie might not have seen them. So yeah, from season 40 on, they started putting these beware advantages. So instead of just finding an idol, you would find a clue, right? Which they've done before, like clues to idols, but they would be things like, within the space of a short period of time, you have to do something that takes a lot of effort, and basically, if you succeed at it, you will get an idol or something powerful. But if you fail at it, you will lose your vote.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's and as soon as they open it, they have chosen to do it. So that they find something and it's got beware on the front of it. And it sort of became the meta that almost everyone who bothers to play Survivor, like pretty much everyone, just opened it. Because they're like, well, I'm here. I might as well give it a crack. It'll make for a good story.
Yeah.
So now they're like, okay, all right, super beware. So what could it be if it's... Could it be that if you fail it, you're eliminated?
That would be cool.
They're going to want to up the
Yeah.
stakes.
But I think I don't know if they want to preserve eliminating
Yeah.
people at Tribal Council as the way that
it
people
would
get
be a
eliminated.
big step. Or would it be somehow one of your buddies gets
Or how
disadvantaged as well? Or
about
how else could they up it the stakes?
it would be like if you fail, more people get eliminated.
Maybe. Or you just lose it for 2 things in a row. That would be a boring super advantage, but could go that way. I didn't even mention the fact that Christian had to vote for himself. That was one of the funny things as well. One of the things that made me laugh out loud.
Oh, it was when he was talking to Jonathan.
Yeah,
and he says,
Jonathan
and I'm going to be
gonna
voting for
vote
Christian.
whoever.
And Jonathan was
That
like,
made me laugh out loud.
Yeah, that was good.
You
I
can
wish
trust
he
me.
wrote down a name though. He just wrote me brackets Christian.
His writing is very nice, by the way.
I thought he was going
was
to put,
great.
you know how some of them put a heart or whatever on the
Yeah.
people that they're voting
Yeah.
at? I thought he was going to put a heart on his own vote.
Yeah, I liked, and that when Jonathan did that like double take, I was sort of like, "You are so dumb, buddy.
He just got,
You're all muscle, no brain."
Seriously.
a little bit, I don't know, I probably shouldn't have been, but like I was a little bit shocked when he sort of called him Professor on the way out. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, was that Jonathan or was that Rizzo?
I can't remember who it was.
Because I mean, Jonathan does just give people titles like with Mr. Jeff and all the rest. But I don't know. Maybe I was just a little bit sore because I liked Christian, even though I could see he was going down for a while. But when he sort of talked about failing the puzzle, even though he's the what did they call him? Double doctorate. Ozzy called him a double doctorate wizard or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, double something about a robot.
Double PhD.
Yeah, he called him a robot, something robot.
Yeah.
It was obviously a sore point for him about the fact that he went out on something that he felt like he should have
And
got,
failed.
and then someone's calling him, "Oh yeah, goodbye, professor," or something on the way out. I thought, "Oh my god, that's gotta hurt."
Yeah.
I did feel for him. Yeah, and that challenge that he lost at, someone, they mentioned her in the episode, Rachel, in a previous season. That was like a clutch moment for her in her season. So yeah,
Sorry,
when I saw it,
I just want to be clear. Clutch is good or bad? I'm not up with the latest lingo. Sorry, we're saying it was
Clutch
a good
is in
moment for her.
pivotal. It's a pivotal moment. It's like a swing moment. Like here, it could go one way or the other. It's like
I
it's
see.
like
Okay.
it's like someone who's
Is that what that means?
at the end of
all this time.
Well, it's not the same as clutch in a car, no. But it's like someone in a soccer game, in a penalty shootout. It's
No,
like
I don't
the
know,
clutch
Michael.
moment.
This is why I'm asking.
It's funny because I have had this moment with someone else who had no idea what it was.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like when somebody says it's sick, and I'm like, I have to say, you mean like sick or good sick?
But you also don't care about sport at all.
No, I
I'm
don't.
Not surprised that you don't know it. It means a pivot, a make or break moment.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you for explaining it. I appreciate that.
Anyway, that's it.
Yep. Until next time, I guess, everyone. Next week, 2 hours. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.